Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Make My Food Awesome. I'm Mark Allen France, your guide to good food. I'm glad you guys are here today. If this is your first time here, go ahead and pop down to the subscribe button, hit subscribe, and you can join along with us. So we got a pretty special episode today. Not saying that the other episodes aren't special, but this one's kind of super special because this episode happens to fall on Tricia's birthday. Now, it's not every year that you turn 25 years old, but Tricia's been doing that for a few years, but we're still going to treat it just the same as if it's very, very super special, because it is. So I wanted to, for this episode, do one of her favorite dishes that I make. And normally I do it on the stovetop, but I've had a lot of people questioning how they would make certain things in their Instant Pot. Now, if you don't have an Instant Pot, you can do the same recipe on the stove. It just takes a little bit longer, but we're going to be doing a mushroom risotto, and it's going to have some rosemary in there, and it's extremely delicious. If you've never had risotto, the arborio rice, which we use, which I happen to have right here. Now you need to have arborio rice. You can't use regular rice for this. But this actually is the rice that you want to use to get these nice grains, and they open up and they have this nice blossom of rice. Great flavor, because it soaks everything up that you put in there. But I'm going to do it today in the Instant Pot for Tricia's birthday. And we're going to try to keep this as much of a secret as we can. And now I got the recipe for this. I get a lot of magazines. So I got this recipe in this All Recipes magazine. And that's what I'm going to be using for that. And it's a lot of the same stuff that I use when I make it on the stovetop. It's just that it gives the directions in there on how to use your Instant Pot. And you can see right here. But if you have magazines, a lot of your cooking magazines, you can find some great recipes in there. Two other magazines that I get is I get Eating Well. Now I have a regular subscription to this guy. I get this monthly, and it has some really, really good ideas in there, and you can adapt those to your Instant Pot. And I know that Tracy had sent in a message to us, and she said that she was afraid of using her Instant Pot sometimes because of some of the functions on there. And I'm not going to lie. When I first got my Instant Pot a couple years ago for Christmas, I looked at it and I was like, how in the world am I going to use this? But it comes with a guide. It tells you how to do everything in it. And if you follow the instructions, just like anything else, follow the instructions and you'll have no problem. And the last magazine I want to show you guys real quick, Forks Over Knives. Great ideas in here. It's all plant-based diets. Good stuff in here that you can use and adapt into the Instant Pot. They also do have some Instant Pot recipes that you can get for meal planners, which is really good. So with the Instant Pot, just to give you guys, a little bit of a, overview of what it is. It has all these multiple functions on here. And it has everything from making a soup and a broth, which you can do on stovetop, but if you've ever made a broth takes a very long time. We're talking 8 hours. You can do meat and stew, bean and chili. You can make a cake in here. You can do eggs, slow cooker, which is good, saute, which is today I'm going to use that function, sauteing. You can do rice, multigrain, porridge, steam, sterilize, yogurt, or the pressure cooker, which is the other function that I'm going to be using. Now, a lot of people, when it comes to the pressure cooker, that's what they're afraid of, because they remember back in the day those big contraptions that our parents had when they were doing some canning on the stove. And they'd sit on the stove and it sounded like a ticking time bomb. And that freaked us out sometimes, for those of us who remember those. But with this, it does have the vent on it, but it doesn't make that scary noise like that. It's very simple to use, like I said. The recipe for this particular risotto explains everything, all the settings that you want to put it on, and I'll walk through those with you and show you exactly how you want to set everything up. Another thing that we're using today for this particular recipe, it called for using some type of cheese in it. You can use like a Parmesan. Well, since I'm not using a Parmesan, I'm actually going to be using nutritional yeast. And we're going to be putting some of that in there. Now, this is a large flake yeast. Basically, nutritional yeast, as we've said, is dead yeast. And what it does is it gives food that you put it in almost a cheesy flavor. Now, it's not going to taste like you're taking a big bite out of cheddar, if you're a vegetarian, but it does impart a little bit of a cheesy flavor on it, which is depending on how much you put in there. So that's what we're going to put in here. We're going to use some rosemary, like I said, and it's a great dish. Grains are great for your body, and this is a great way of, getting a lot of nutrients into your body. And also we're using mushrooms. Now, some people don't like mushrooms. I know that Tricia's brother does not like mushrooms whatsoever. If he spots a mushroom on his plate, he won't touch it. But I love mushrooms, and Tricia loves mushrooms, and I love cooking with them. Great earthy taste. They can, if you put something together with it, it's going to absorb some of that. If I'm doing a portobello mushroom burger, I'll sit there and I'll let that, soak for a couple hours or whatnot in different, sauces. You can put Worcestershire sauce in there. You can put a little bit of lemon juice. And, just put that on the grill and baste it. And I'll do that soon. We'll actually do a show where we designate it just to the mushroom. But like I said, today is a risotto recipe that we're going to be doing. And once we're done with that, we're going to come back and I'm going to get Tricia to taste it. So remember, this is Tricia's birthday dinner, I would say. And I'm hoping that she really likes it because I'm going to put a lot of love into it, like I always do with all my cooking. And we'll be back, and we'll see how she reacts to it. Okay, guys? All right. Here's how I make the rosemary-mushroom risotto in an Instant Pot. First, we're going to start off by chopping up 1 cup of onion. If you want to have a little bit of a sweeter taste, you can use a red onion. I'm just using a yellow onion here. Next, measure out about 3 cups of sliced mushroom. I'm adding a little bit more because Tricia and I love mushrooms. Set your crock pot onto saute at the regular setting, and as it heats up, you're going to want to add in 1/4 cup of butter. Now, depends on what type of butter you like. We're using an olive oil based butter for this dish. Next, add in 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil. This is a really nice extra virgin olive oil I got for my birthday, and the flavors are going to be imparted into this risotto dish. Go ahead and use a spatula and clean out your 1/4 cup. Make sure you get all the tasty goodness down in there. And as the Instant Pot warms up, you're going to let that butter melt down. And once that butter is melted, go ahead and add in your mushrooms. Now this is going to take about 3 minutes for them to cook. Just go ahead and continue to stir them. The smell in here is amazing. Once the mushrooms are cooked, go ahead and add in your 1 cup of onion. Now, I don't know about you, I love the smell of onion in the kitchen. To that, we're going to add 1 sprig of rosemary. Now, this rosemary flavor will be imparted throughout the entire dish. Next, we're going to add in our 1.5 cups of arborio rice. Stir that to make sure that all of the rice is thoroughly coated. Once we have that added in, we're going to add in our 1 cup of dry white wine. And then we're going to add in our 1 quart of low sodium vegetable broth. Go ahead and stir that together to combine those marvelous flavors. To that, we're going to add in 1 teaspoon of no salt. And then we're going to add in 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Stir to combine, and then go ahead and put the lid of your Instant Pot on and make sure that it is thoroughly secure. Go ahead and check the vent and make sure that the vent is set in the down position. And then you're going to turn on your Instant Pot to the pressure cooker setting at high. And that's going to be for 6 minutes. And once those 6 minutes are up, you're going to go ahead and go to the vent, and you're going to want to slowly vent that. Now remember, there's a lot of hot steam coming out, so use a towel to absorb some of the water that's coming out and some of the steam. Make sure you wipe it down and clear all of the excess water. And once the crock pot is ready and unsealed, go ahead and open it up and stir your risotto. Look at all of those beautiful colors in there. You can also remove your rosemary sprig. The leaves will fall off, of course, and taste your risotto. And this is so delicious. I know that Tricia's going to love this. To add a little bit of more flavor, I'm putting in some basil, which is one of Tricia's favorite flavorings. Stir and taste again. Oh, that's even better. All right, and there you guys go. So, I've let all the steam out of this. Put the lid back on because I wanted to keep it warm. Now it does, if you let it keep going, it will actually keep track of how long it's been warming for. And there is a warming feature on here, which is really cool for this. You know, so you can keep your food for warm as long as you want to keep it. So it's still warm in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to call Tricia in, and we'll get some dished up and we'll see exactly what she thinks, okay? Oh, honey.
Yeah?
Can I borrow you real quick?
Yeah, give me a second.
Okay, so she's finishing up her schoolwork right now. She's been working on that almost all day long. And so this is actually be a fun surprise. Hi, honey.
Hi. What's up?
So, welcome again, honey. This is Tricia Morrissey, the Empress of Eggplants.
Okay.
Am I getting close at all?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay.
Not yet.
Okay, well, I'm still trying to come up with the perfect one for you. So, first of all, I wanted to say,
have?
well, I made something special to you, but I wanted to say something to you first of all.
Okay.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
I love you very much.
I love you too.
And will you marry me?
Yes, I kind of already said I'd marry you.
Okay, so we're already engaged anyway.
We're already engaged. You kind of did
Anyway,
that.
so we got re-engaged. Is that a thing?
In front of the Instant Pot.
In front of the Instant Pot.
I don't know if anybody can say they've done that before.
I don't know. Well, we'll be the first ones then. So I made for you. I'm sure you can smell something.
Yeah, but I don't know what it is.
Well, you can't tell by the smell.
No, not necessarily, because everything you cook smells good, so...
Well, let me just say
anything.
that there's rosemary in there.
Okay, I'm not shocked.
Okay,
Your
there's
favorite.
arborio rice in there.
Risotto?
Yes. and And I put some mushrooms in there too. So it's a mushroom risotto.
Oh, that's one of my favorites.
So I knew you'd like this. So anyway.
Well, open it up.
Okay, so it's all ready to go.
Oh my goodness. All right, can I try it like right now?
Well, what I'll do, okay. And just so you guys know, if ever you open this up, look at what you can do.
I know. It's a nice holder for the lid. Just be careful to let some of the water, the condensation, drip off back in your pan before you throw it up so you don't make a mess.
Throw it up. Blech.
Not that kind of throw up.
Okay. So anyways, we'll put it over there. And I got a really nice bowl for us. And
Is that a big enough spoon? For me, no. But
it is. Now you want to make sure you can take this out, but make sure that it has cooled enough so that you can handle it. Don't just go grabbing it.
Yeah.
Down here it's still hot. Up
Yes.
here it's manageable.
Or wear oven mitts.
Exactly. So what I'm going to do is now while I'm doing this, could you grab out for me the container of basil?
Where might that be?
Oh, the basil.
Oh, well, he didn't say fresh or dried
Oh,
basil.
I'm sorry. The dried basil.
Kinda have
You
to-
know the dried basil, honey?
Yeah.
Okay. So there we go. Deliciousness. As you can see.
Where's the spoon?
And, well, I got to add something on it. I'm going to add a little bit of... I'm going to step over this way a little bit so you're not falling out.
I'm gonna fall off the earth over here.
And one more
Is it a
second.
trap door?
It's a possibility.
Yeah, I would think so. Maybe there's a trap door because you're putting in front of me one of my favorites, and
Now,
I'm waiting to taste it.
Oh, yeah. I did.
I'm not impatient or anything
No,
like
not,
that.
not at all. I did put some nutritional yeast in it.
Oh, okay.
But what I wanted to do is to make it even a little bit more special for you is I got some Daya, and this is mozzarella shred.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just going to put that right on top there.
So this whole pot is mine, correct?
That whole pot,
It's for me, right? Because it's my birthday.
minus the little portion that
This is your portion, and this is mine.
well, I figured that this would be your dish so that you could eat it since you're done with your work for the day.
Yes, I am very hungry.
And once
Work
again,
of an appetite.
Daya. This stuff is good.
yeah,
I
that's
was-
a great brand of vegan cheese. We
Yes.
are not disappointed ever
No.
when we buy it.
And I looked up online. We've gotten the Daya pizzas before.
Oh yeah, those are good too. The
But
frozen
they
pizzas.
have got lines of so much. They've got cubed cheese, but they've got a line of
Yeah.
so much stuff
They have,
on there.
like,
But yeah.
the American cheese slices, if you want, shredded cheese.
Now, these guys are not sponsoring us. We're just doing that because we love these guys.
we really like their brand.
So that's good stuff. So, spoons. Oh. Handy dandy spoons. So, do you want to
Get
try
it?
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, go
yeah.
first. Make a wish.
Okay.
I didn't have a candle for it, so.
That is so good.
How does it compare to some of the other ones?
Other ones, what?
The other risottos I made you.
It's good. I mean, I have to say, this is the first time you've made it in the Instant Pot. You've made it on the stove before, and it's just as good. I really like it.
Now, that one bite, I got the rosemary in there. And it's so good. And now when you take out that rosemary, you know, the little tiny leaves or those fall off in there, and it still keeps that flavor going. One more bite. I'm sure you're going to be eating a lot more than one more bite of this.
Well,
But-
yeah, but they don't want to watch me eat the whole bowl. And I just want to do a little shout out to our friend Becky. This is one of her favorites too. So I know that we're going to be getting a call or a text that she better, we better send some over.
There you go.
So Becky, here's the mushroom risotto for you.
And Tracy, I told you, I told you it's not that hard at all to use your
No.
Instant Pot.
Don't be afraid of it.
No, so if you guys want to, make the recipe and send us pictures of it.
We would love to
That'd be
see what
nice.
you did.
So one more. I want to get a big piece of mushroom in there.
Battle you for that mushroom.
Okay, here we go.
Hold on.
So good. I love you.
I love you. Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
And yes, please wish Tricia a very happy birthday. So she's only 25.
Of course I am.
So that means, what am I? That means I must be a...
That's a loaded question. You can answer that.
I can't really say that I'm your, that I'm supplying you with money or anything like that because, well...
Well, let's just say you're older than me. How about that? You are slightly older
I'm
than me.
26. Okay, I
Yes,
cannot
he's
lie.
26.
So, anyway, I'm going to eat it all. So, thanks a lot, guys, for coming back and joining us
Yep.
on this very
you.
special occasion.
Yes, and thank you for making me such a great dinner.
You're welcome. I hope you like it. Hit that subscribe button once again. Click on that little bell so you get all of the notifications. Come back and see us again. So
Yep.
we love having you guys here. And I love being able to do that with my best friend.
He's too sweet.
It's always very special to be able to work alongside her. So I
All
owe
right.
her a lot.
All right, guys.
I love you.
I love you.
And we love you guys too. Join us
Yep.
back here on
Make My Food Awesome.
See you guys soon.